Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the AJW part number U470-25. Here it is. This is a freestanding waste receptacle is what it is. Weighs 18.35 pounds, and according to the manufacturer, they have some dimensions here. I'm going to put it down on the ground, and I'm just going to simply confirm what the dimensions are. They have it at 14-inch, (30.5 inch) they actually say. So let's just take a look at what the dimensions are. The outside of the rubber covered rim is about 13 and 7/8. The height they say is 30.5, as I said earlier. So that's going to be 14 by 14 basically is what they're saying. Then, of course, the overall height, they're saying ought to be 30.5. Closer to about 30-inch, okay? Closer to about 30. Now, there is all this white peel-away protective film that's on here. Just protects the stainless steel that this is indeed made of. Now, let's place this. Okay, it's not small. It's a proper size freestanding waste receptacle. No lid with this at all. Just open on the top. Now, let's take a look at the screen and take a look at the tech sheet and the product brochure available for this item. Okay, now this is the page that we're looking at least at this time. May look different by the time you see it. We have the detailed information down below. Freestanding waste receptacle made of 22 gauge stainless steel with a number 4 satin finish. Waste receptacle is available with a swing top. We will discover what that swing top is, and we will have a link to it here. Freestanding waste allows for multiple installation locations. Sure, pick it up and move it, they're saying. General specifications. Let's take a look at the tech sheet for that. And here we go. That 30.5 would be accurate because I was measuring to the bottom of the unit here, not to the foot that it sits on. Okay. Body fabricated at 22 gauge stainless, number 4 finish. Fully welded construction to form a one-piece body with radiused corners to prevent injury. Sure, corners are indeed radiused, and that rubber trim around the top that would be obligatory to have on there. Each corner has an additional angled bracket to ensure maximum rigidity. I don't exactly see where that additional angled bracket comes into play, but the unit is quite rigid. The base is fabricated of stainless steel welded to the body with multiple welds. Top and bottom wall vinyl bumpers protect wall surface from damage when receptacles being moved around or serviced. So when you pick it up and pull it away from the wall to change the bag, and then you put it back, that bumper, that rubber vinyl, or that vinyl I should say, around the perimeter top and bottom is what prevents that can from hitting the wall. Rubber feet provide unit stability and prevent floor from being scratched. Sure. 25 gallon is the capacity. These sizes are basically quite accurate. Placed in an area that will not interfere or obstruct passage. Units can be easily serviced by removing swing top and emptying contents. If open type dispenser is ordered, separate swing top can be ordered as well. U473. Let's take a look at that. Here he is now, Terry. That small glitch there. The swing top is here, U473. This will fit on the 13 and 25 gallon cans, and we're going to take a look at those in a moment. Now, let's click over to the product brochure. and that will show us waste receptacles from this manufacturer. And the first page is an overview of their recessed models and gives you an idea in terms of how to specify them with these suffixes. So these are, when you add an S2 or an SM, let's say, to your part number, it's going to inherently change the model of what we're dealing with. Well, we're just, of course, dealing with our freestanding units that we have here. The U470 is just mentioned down here. Okay, so you kind of have to be a little bit on the lookout to determine what's happening. So U472 is going to be that standard model with the swing top, and when you go without the swing top, it becomes a 470. Now we're dealing with a -25, okay, which means that we're dealing with 25 gallon, and we're also dealing with a 36 for a much larger unit as well. The 473 swing top, that was for 13 and 25 gallon series. And let's take a look at the U472-36. And the U473 is simply not going to work with this model at all, because it is just simply a larger size. It's 18. It's 18 by 18, 37.5 inch. If there is a replacement, if there is a freestanding top for this, or a free swinging top, forgive me, we'll update that. But it appears to be that our U472 we should have a U470-13. Yeah, there you go. So we've got 13, 25, and 36, and that U473 will fit either the 13 or the 25 gallon. Okay, so that does clarify what we're dealing with in terms of that swing top that's mentioned as well. So in the two-page catalog that we have, surface-mounted receptacles, circular waste chutes, those are very common. You see those in restaurants, you see them in doctors' offices, all kinds of places. Recessed models here as well. Okay, now this we all went over on the technical data sheet. The link to the manufacturer's page, as seen here, will allow you to review not only all of the AJW products that we sell, okay, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Let's finish this video up on the camera. Now, in conclusion, it's an awfully large can. The bottom line is with the smaller 13-gallon cans, what I find is, depending on the volume, the application, they fill up too quickly, and of course it ends up on the floor. So in my opinion, for even moderate use, where you have service, depending on the service, but if you even had low use and you were servicing once a week, you'd probably want something 25 gallon for sure. Otherwise, you'll have to increase your service. Having ample room just keeps us from, missing and it hitting the floor. So no one wants to pick that up. Large enough unit is the key. On that link to the manufacturer's page, there is a very important link that I didn't mention earlier. It's the link to the ADA standards for accessible design. We're dealing with commercial restroom equipment here. Grab bars, mirrors, soap dispensers, the like. Of course, the height at which all of that is installed is governed by not only code, but in fact federal law, and that's what that document is. It's the 200-page document that outlines all things related to handicap accessibility, usable, accessible design. 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design is what that's called. A really, I was about to say a really great reference. The fact of the matter is it's the federal code that was passed in 1991, if I'm not mistaken. So you get into a question where you're doing some commercial restroom work and you're thinking, okay, where do I install the grab bars? What I would do is I would simply pull up that document. I would search the word grab bar, and I would keep hitting enter until I found that area where it told me where to put them. Within just a couple of clicks of the key, you're going to find good heights of where to place them. And in fact, if you do that work enough, or you're doing a job and you aren't really sure, and it's certainly a public sort of application, you're going to want to read that section so that you understand how far off the back wall, what are the sizes of the bars that need to exist according to federal code. Of course, our architects, our general contractors, our distributors need to be familiar with this material so that it's all, of course, not only compliant with common sense, but compliant with federal code, federal law. And that document is there for our use. Any questions on the U470-25 or any other AJW product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.